Hello students, today in this lecture we will start with our new chapter, that is Shaper, Planer and Slaughter machine. Now to understand this Shaper, Planer and Slaughter machine, let us first discuss about working principles of these machines. In our previous chapters also we have discussed about primary and auxiliary motion that is required to perform machining operation. So similarly, let us have a look at simple main figures of Shaper, Planer and Slaughter machine. Now as you can see, this first machine, that is the Shaper machine, and in the case of Shaper machine, let us first have a look at primary and auxiliary motion of this machine. So as you can see, this particular portion has tool attached to this part. And now for machining purpose, workpiece is provided over here, and to remove the material, as we have discussed in our chapter 1, reciprocating motion, that is to and fro motion from the workpiece, is required to perform machining operation. And another auxiliary motion that is required is table movement, which is consist of the workpiece, and this can be moved in longitudinal direction or maybe in another horizontal or vertical direction on the plane, and this movement is obtained by another mechanism that we will discuss in our further topics. Now another working principle for the case of this slaughter machine, and in this slaughter machine tool is attached over here, and at this part bottom side workpiece is attached, and to generate any particular slots or to generate keyways, reciprocating motion in this vertical direction or up and down movement of the tool, that is necessary in the case of the slaughter machine. That means for the case of Shaper and Slaughter machine, reciprocating movement of the tool that is required, and that is our primary motion. And this particular table is given movement in maybe horizontal or maybe towards the plane. These two movements can be obtained by using this handle. So the movement provided to the workpiece, that is the auxiliary motion in the case of the Shaper and Slaughter machine. Now the third machine, that is the planer machine, and in the case of the planer machine, as you can see simply from this figure, at this particular point tool is available and the workpiece is set over this particular table. So the workpiece is set over here, and now the major difference between this Shaper and planer machine is that in the case of the Shaper machine, reciprocating movement is given to the tool, whereas in the case of the planer machine, reciprocating movement is given to this workpiece, and this entire table reciprocates about this particular bed. So this table is given reciprocating motion, and above this table workpiece is set, and with the help of this table reciprocating movement is given to this workpiece, and the tool can be adjusted in horizontal direction or it can be moved up or down based on the requirement, and for this movement this column is provided. So in the case of the planer machine, primary motion for the cutting is reciprocating movement of the workpiece, and normal movement, that is maybe horizontal or up and down movement, that is given to the tool as per the requirement or shape and size of the workpiece. So we have discussed about the basic working principles, that how these machines operate, and for to understand this operating movement of this different machine, two major movement that is required is, first one is primary motion and second one is auxiliary motion. So now let us summarize. In the case of the Sapper machine, the basic primary movement, that is the reciprocating movement, and this reciprocating movement of the tool, and auxiliary motion, that is the translatory movement of the workpiece. Similarly, if we consider in the case of the slaughter machine, the scenario is same. Over here, the primary motion, that is the reciprocating movement of the tool, and the auxiliary motion, that is the translatory movement of the workpiece. But in the case of the slaughter machine, the movement given, that is in the vertical direction, whereas in the case of Sapper machine, the reciprocating movement to the tool is given, that is in the horizontal direction. Other than this, the movement that is required in the case of primary and auxiliary motion, that is the same. And now another case, that is the planer machine. And in the case of the planer machine, primary motion, that is the reciprocating movement of the workpiece. This is the important part. In this case, the reciprocating movement, that is the primary motion, but reciprocating movement of the workpiece, that is our primary motion, and the auxiliary motion, that is translatory movement of the tool. So this is our auxiliary motion. So these are the basic working principle of these three different machineries. Now, as one can see, in the case of these different machineries, if we simply take an example, let us have a look over here. If suppose tool is provided and it is reciprocated in this particular direction. So as one can see, when the tool moves in forward direction, it removes the material from the workpiece, but when it returns, during return stroke, it will not remove the material, but it might come in contact with the workpiece, which deteriorate the surface finish of the workpiece. So to adjust this tool movement during the return stroke, another mechanism is also provided, and that mechanism is called as the Clapper box mechanism. So let us have a look at Clapper box mechanism and the simple figure shown over here. So now, as we have discussed, when the tool is given movement in the forward direction, it starts removing material in the form of the chips. So this is the first movement, that is the forward movement of the tool, and it removes the material from the workpiece. Now when it comes back or it returns, during that time there is a possibility that this tool directly comes in the contact of the workpiece and deteriorate the surface. So to overcome this problem, the Clapper box is provided and the arrangement provided over here, which during return stroke it lifts up the clapper. This clapper lifts up, and due to which this tool does not come into contact with the workpiece, and which helps to prevent the surface deterioration, and it maintains the surface finish of the workpiece. So in the case of the Clapper box, it helps to maintain the surface finish of the workpiece. As one can see, again I am explaining this. At this particular point, when it moves in forward stroke, it cuts the material, but when it returns, then this Clapper box itself rotates in this particular direction, and due to this minor rotation, this tool is cleared from the machine surface, and this lifted clapper help to maintain the surface finish. So this is the basic advantage of this clapper box mechanism. So in this lecture we have discussed about the basic principles of shaper, planer and slaughter machine, and how this clapper box mechanism helps to maintain the surface finish or to maintain the machining process during forward and return stroke. So remaining topics or further discussion about these individual shaper, planer and slaughter machine, from which we will discuss shaper machine in our further lectures, and now from onwards we will also further discuss this planer and slaughter machines. So looking forward to see you all in our next lecture. Up to then, thank you.